All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome to week 2 of the 2025 high school season. Along with Jerry Walker, I'm Clint Albertson, and we're going to call the game for you tonight. Coach, we got a good one here.
Yeah, I think so. Good to be back, Coach.
Tonight we got the Comets coming in ranked number 3 in Class 4A. And Newton ranked number 5, so you get a top 5 matchup right out of the gate here.
Yeah, it should be a good one. Newton really scored a lot of points last week against Carlisle. Put 49 up and 5 touchdown passes by their quarterback, and they got some in on the ground too, so I think they're going to be pretty explosive.
Yeah, both teams are coming in feeling pretty good. North Polk, week 1 recap. Comets, coming off that state title in 2024, undefeated season, had to go play at perennial power Lewis Central, and the Comets came away with a gutsy 27-24 win. A little shaky first quarter, but after that, North Polk kind of took over the game, Coach.
Yeah, they did. They settled in, and a couple of times it looked like we might be ready just to, choke Lewis Central out, but we let them back in. We went up 2 scores, and then we let them run a kickoff back, and they're right back in it. And, as it got down toward the end there, they had a shot to tie it, to send it into overtime, and their all-state kicker just barely missed it. I believe it was about a 52-yarder. Had the distance, but it was just wide left.
Yeah, the Comets having to replace a lot of key players from last year. James Armstrong at quarterback had a really good game. I was really impressed with what he did, replacing the 4A Player of the Year, Nathan Feldman.
Yeah, James really had a nice first game. He kind of settled in after that first quarter. I think the first 4 passes he threw were incomplete, but then he settled in after that. And I've been impressed how our kids have caught the ball, too. I've watched a couple of practices, and when they're working on their passing games, boy, kids aren't dropping many balls, and James is putting them on the money. So hopefully more of the same tonight.
Yeah, James also running the ball.
He did.
Converting some key third downs.
He did, yeah. He was our leading rusher last week, too. So that was good to see.
Carson Reinhardt is kind of stepping into that running back spot after B.J. Tate graduated. And the receiving core, we got some new people kind of as the key targets here, Coach.
Yeah, interesting. James completed 16 passes last week, but he had completions to 8 different individuals. By contrast, Newton, they were 11 for 18, but they only had 3 different players catch passes. So James really spread it around. It's not like he was just focused on trying to get the ball to one guy. So hopefully that'll cause some problems for Newton when we want to throw the ball.
Yeah, you don't see that much in high school ball, 8 different targets catching a pass. Speaking of Newton, last week, Newton with a wild 49-42 win at Carlisle. They were coming off a 6-4 season in 2024. Lost by 1 point to Decorah in the first round of the playoffs, so they're bringing a good team back. And, Jerry, they put up some video game offensive numbers in that game last week, 620 combined yards of offense, 399 passing yards, 1 shy of 400, and 221 rushing yards.
Yeah, they were prolific last week. Their quarterback, as you mentioned, threw for 399. He's a state track guy, too. He won the 200-meter dash in our class last year, and they've got a couple other guys who were on medal-winning relay team. Got some speed, too, that we're going to have to do a really good job of containing that, because they can break some big plays.
Yeah, that quarterback for Newton, number 5, Caden Klein, had that big game, almost 400 yards passing. He was only 1 short. I think we can just say he had 400 yards passing.
Yeah,
right? There might have been a stat error they could give him somewhere, couldn't they?
We could round that up, I think, yeah. He's a returning second-team All-Stater. He was second team as a utility player last week, but, he's got some skills if he was on an All-State team last year.
The running back for Newton, number 2, Isaiah Hansen, 140 yards last week, and you had Finn Martin at wideout, 6 catches, 213 yards, 3 touchdowns. Those are some Randy Moss numbers, Coach Walker.
They really are. If you, I think that average is up like it's 35 yards a catch for Finn Martin last week, so we'll definitely have to ID where he is. And he'll be wearing number 8 for Newton. One of their other wide receivers is number 1, Nick Thomason, and he was one of the individuals that was on one of those, or he was on a couple of those state relay track teams for Newton last year. And Newton, as a result, they were the state track team champions last year in 2024 in Class 3A.
Yeah, so there's definitely going to be a lot of quality athletes on the field. It's going to read you the start for the North Polk offense. As we mentioned, James Armstrong, number 8, is going to be a quarterback to start out. Carson Reinhardt, number 13, at running back. Wide receivers of Bryce Burke, number 1. Carter Harris, number 36. Brady Cathcart, number 2. Tight end tonight starting out, number 3, Mason Ackerman. On the offensive line, Comet offensive line really had a good 3 quarters of the game, I think, last week. Number 77, Hunter Bassino at left tackle. At left guard, number 78, Carson Cordero. Center, number 65, Colton Boo. Micah Sands, right guard, number 63. And Chase Miller, number 64. So, Jerry, the Comets replaced a lot in the skill positions, but they do have some experience coming back on that line.
Yeah, they do, and that'll be helpful tonight, too. There were some cramping issues last week, too, again against Lewis Central on both sides. Lewis Central had some cramping issues as well, but I don't think we shouldn't probably see many individuals dealing with cramps tonight, being what the weather's like.
The defense, 99, Malachi Mosley will be at defensive end. Colt On, number 59, at D tackle. Number 53, Zachary Sheffield at the other D tackle. Will Rollins will be at DN, number 77. Colt Northcutt, number 33, will be at 1 linebacker. Number 55, Nick Milburn will be in the middle there, the returning really solid linebacker for Newton. 88, Zach Felton's at the other backer. The corners, we got number 7, Ali Yahia. Number 3, Alameen Shanto. The safeties are number 11, Josh Lampy, and number 13, Dawson Mackey. The Comets are taking the field, led out by Chase Miller. Beautiful night. Feels like early October instead of early September, Coach.
Boy, it sure does. A little bit of a breeze coming out of the northwest. I was listening to the weather report tonight on Channel 13, and they said that wind should be dying down as the game progresses. Just by looking at the flag, I don't think it'll be a big issue tonight. I guess a lot of that will depend on how often either team wants to try to. So we'll have to kind of gauge that as the game progresses.
The Newton offense, quarterback number 5 is Caden Klein. Number 2, running backs Isaiah Hansen. The wideouts, Finn Martin, number 8, Nick Thomason, number 1, and Gabe Otto, number 10. Zach Felton's the tight end, number 88. The O-line for the Cardinals, Ryan Moe, 1 at left tackle. Jake Mace Maynard's at left guard, he's number 56. Colt On, number 59's at center. Nicholas Batui, number 78's at right guard, and the right tackle is number 77, Will Rollins. Pause a moment as the Comet Band gets ready to play the national anthem.
All right, we're gonna take sound from Brody. Everybody needs to be quiet during the anthem, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the playing of our national anthem. Performed today by the North Coast under the direction of drum majors Maya Bond, Stella Weirs, and Amelia Rowden.
All right, our last unit to introduce here is the North Polk defense. Micah Sands will be at D tackle, number 63. Chase Miller, the nose tackle, number 64. Mason Ackerman at DN, number 3. The linebackers for the Comets, Brody Johnson, number 35. Tylon Chickenbeck, number 11. Ben Glasgow, number 10. Charlie Spurgeon in there at number 17. The defensive backs, Bryce Burke, cornerback number 1. Chandler Johnson, number 25 at corners. And Quinn Tepley, number 4, and Brady Cathcart, number 2. Are the safeties. Comets coached by Tim Tabrink and Newton by Andy Swedenhelm. Jerry, what does Coach Tabrink say are the keys to the game this week?
Offensively, Coach mentioned that, we got to try to sustain some drives. We did have one drive last week against Lewis Central where we were down inside the 1 on the 4th and goal and could not. So if we get down there that deep, we got to make sure we get it punched in. Those drives need to end up with points. Control the ball, no turnovers. Defensively, he wants to limit big plays, create turnovers, and get off the field on 3rd down. A lot of these keys that you'll hear throughout the course of they're pretty similar to what you're going to hear week to week because they're really involved in fundamental football. Coach Swedenhelm felt that they needed to be physical. Defensively, they need to read their keys because they're concerned about the different things that the Comets do on offense, protect the ball, limit turnovers, and get the ball to their playmakers in space because they feel like they've got some good ones. Last week they put up 49, so hopefully you won't see 49 from them tonight from the Comet defense.
Yeah, we talked about the weather a little bit. We've got 62 degrees right now. It feels like temp of 57. That wind is out of the west-northwest, 9 miles an hour. But as you mentioned, Coach, I think it's already lessened from even an hour ago. Shouldn't be too much of a factor. Will be a nice night for the guys out playing the game.
Yeah, it should be. One of the things I noticed in our game last week against Lewis Central, and when I was watching the replay of the Newton-Carlisle game, both teams are all really, for a first game, they really played pretty cleanly. Not a lot of penalties, not a lot of turnovers. So that's always good to see because generally you think, that's going to happen a lot in the first game of the season. But as I mentioned, both teams played pretty clean.
Coin toss just taking place. Newton deferred, so the Comets will receive. And looks like we'll be heading towards the north end to start the game.
Defensively, when Newton's when they are on defense tonight, their defense will probably look a little bit different against us than it did last week against Carlisle. Carlisle was just generally pretty run heavy, and a lot of times it looked like Newton is in what looked to be like an old traditional 4-4 defense with 8 players in the box. Now, because we spread it out more of a spread offense, I think you'll see those outside linebackers, they'll be spread out a little more, and so it may look more like a 4-2-5 than it did last week against Carlisle.
Other games of interest in 4A District 5 tonight. Ballard's at 8 a.m. Grinnell at Bondurant Farrar. Indianola's at Carlisle. Des Moines North and Des Moines Lincoln are playing at Mediacom Stadium in Des Moines, and Gilbert traveling north to Mason City. We're about ready to go here on week 2. Should be a really good game. Newton's going to kick it away, and we're underway. Bryce Burke's going to take it in the end zone. That'll be a touchback. Nice kick with that wind for the touchback, so Comet offense will get the first shot at it. James Armstrong will be a quarterback. He's a first-year starter. Got some snaps last year in certain situations, but again, he was playing behind the 4A Player of the Year.
Yeah, he did, and Comets did. They created a couple, small packages for James last year because they liked what they saw of him. So he's ready to go here in game 2.
Armstrong in the shotgun, Ackerman in motion. The Comets will throw a slant. It's going to be caught. Carter Harris. Nice play on first down. Got about 9. Tackled right away, but setting up a second and short. Comets will go quick here. No huddle. They'll give it to Reinhardt up the middle. He's got a huge lane. He's out over the 40. Looks like they'll mark him down just shy of the 40 at the 39. So far so good. Coach Walker?
Yeah, good indications on those first 2 plays. Real nice, fairly nice, easy throw for James on that slant on his first play. And a nice run by Carson up the middle. The guys created a nice advantage of it. Picked up about 10.
Charlie Spurgeon's going to come on to the field. Carter Harris is going to come off for the Comets. 2 receivers to the left. Armstrong, they'll go to Reinhardt again, and again he's got a big gain. Got about 6 yards on first down. Comets running it right up the middle.
Made a nice little cut there, too.
Newton looks a little on their heels here as the Comets going quick on offense. Reinhardt again. He's going to have 7 or 8 yards. The pile's moving north. Nice job by the O-line finishing the play.
Boy, and that's really good to see them moving the ball like this on this first series on the ground. We're a little bigger up front than they are, but as we mentioned, they've got some talented players there. Clint had mentioned number 55, Nick Milburn. He's a returning first-team All-State linebacker as a sophomore last year, so he's a junior this year, number 55 for Newton.
Glasgow in motion. Comets already in Newton territory after only about 4 plays. They're going to swing it out to Ackerman, and he's hit immediately. Nice tackle made there by the Newton defense. That was Dawson Mackey on the tackle for the Cards. Coach, I gotta think with the size history of these 2 schools, this is probably our first meeting with Newton.
Yeah, I don't recall that we've ever played them before. Now, we've played them at lower levels before, but not at the varsity level. I believe this is our first game against Newton.
All right, after that pass lost 2 yards, 2nd and 12 for the Comets. They're at the Newton 45. Still have the shotgun is Armstrong with Reinhardt in the backfield. James is going to throw it left side, caught by Aiden Rodemaker. Quick hitch, got a lot of that yardage back.
It was a nice little easy throw. Rodemaker made a nice catch on it. Again, we mentioned earlier, Newton's been in that 4-man front so far, and those linebackers are spread out a little more too, so it does look like that 4-2-5.
That gain makes it a 3rd and much more manageable. It's a 3rd and about 5 or 6 for the Comets. Probably in the likely go for it on 4th down anyway. Ball at the Newton 37.
The linebackers are up in the middle there.
Blitz coming. James avoids it. He's going to throw up the seam. Got a man just over Carson Reinhardt, who was wide open. James did a nice job avoiding the rush there.
Boy, he really did. He avoided a sack for sure, and had he been sacked, it probably would be sent in the punt team. But we'll see what happens right now. James is our punter as well, so it looks like we're going to go for it, though.
Yeah, 38-yard line. I think definitely, it's a makeable 4th and 5 or 6.
Yep.
Wouldn't gain much punting the ball. So, Comets will have 4 wide with Reinhardt in the backfield. Big play here for the Newton defense. Reinhardt motions out to the right. James is going to look that way. He's going to come back on a screen. And it's going to be a little short, I think. A little short. The pass was to Brady Cathcart. He got about 5, needed 6. So after some promising plays to start the drive, Newton's going to take over.
It was tough to see where the official spotted that ball. It was right in front of some players down there. And so, well,
Comets come up empty, and that potent Newton offense takes the field. Caden Klein at quarterback, as we mentioned, threw for 400 yards last week for Newton in that win over Carlisle.
Comets are in a 3-man front. Oh,
Little bobble on the snap, so the running back just takes it. That's Isaiah Hansen. And nice run. He got about 8.
Yep. It will be interesting to see if Klein runs the ball more this week. He only ran it 6 times against Carlisle last week, but with his speed, I wouldn't be surprised to see him maybe carry the ball a little more this week.
Well, if you're throwing it to a guy who had 6 catches for 213 yards, that works too.
That's true. That's true. That's a good point.
2nd and 2 for Newton. Klein, they're going to give it to Hansen again, and again, he's got room right up the middle. Early in the game last week, Coach, Lewis Central had similar success running the ball right at the Comets, and then Lewis Central threw an interception at the end of their first drive. We've got an injured player here.
Yeah.
That is Hansen, I believe.
Yeah, he's down. He was holding his knee.
That's
initially.
Not something you want to see.
No, hopefully he's okay.
It was a big run. He got about 15 yards.
Last week, defensively for the Comets, we rotated a lot of defensive linemen, and some of that was by necessity, I think, later on in the game because of the cramping issues that guys had. But, it's kind of a double-edged sword there. Some of those guys maybe would not have seen much action had it not been for the cramping. But the other side of that coin is they got some game experience.
Yeah, it wasn't all that hot last week either. Just kind of the first game,
Yeah, and I had talked to a couple
people
of
cramping a little bit.
Yeah, a couple of the coaches. So they said it was really kind of humid down there, though. So that may have had something to do with it.
Newton running back Isaiah Hansen is the injured Cardinal down on the field there. We got 8:24 to go in the first quarter. The Comets got the ball first. Got a couple first downs.
Well, he's walking off under his own power, so that's a good sign.
That does look good, yeah. And the North Polk was stopped on 4th down in Newton territory. So since then, Newton has had some big run plays right up the middle on North Polk. So Comets going to have to shore that up here. 3 wide receivers and a tight end in the game for Newton. Motion. They're going to run the option this way. Pitch outside, cuts it back up. I feel like I heard an early whistle there. Is that?
Yeah, not sure. It's a really good fake to the running back, number 0 over there, too.
So that was a gain of 9. We got 2nd and 1. That was Quinn Coley who got the pitch there for Newton. In the game now at tailback with Hansen out. 2nd and very short. Thomason in motion. They're going to throw the slant, and they've got him wide open. Gabe Otto. Well, they're going to say incomplete. Didn't hang on to it.
No. Break for the Comets.
Yep. 3rd and short, definitely 4-down territory for Newton here. So any kind of play is really on the table here for Newton, I'd say.
Yeah, you'd think that the success they've had running the ball, though, for 3rd and 1, that they would just stick to the ground here, but
they're going to run it up the middle again, and there's about 5 or 6 yards. Quan Coley, excuse me. That's another Newton first down. Tylon Checkenbeck with the tackle for North Polk. We're about halfway through the first quarter. Not quite. We're at 7:20 mark and counting. Newton 1st and 10 at the North Polk 29. We're going to have a flag for motion on Newton. Micah Mattis was in motion, but I think we had a lineman move or two people moving at once there.
Quick on the play, false start on the Cardinals.
That'll put the ball back at the 34. It'll be 1st and 15 for Newton. Comets still haven't stopped that run up the middle, Coach.
They haven't, no. And Newton has looked good moving the ball.
Klein's going to fake it, and he's going to throw a little pop pass. Caught to Finn Martin. Martin is the receiver that had the huge game last week. Over 200 yards and 3 touchdowns. That puts the ball back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and 10 at the North Polk 29. Big ranked matchup here. Number 5 Newton, number 3 North Polk. Non-district play. Good night for football. 2nd and 10 for Newton. Klein's going to throw. Incomplete. Throw was short of the receiver. He had to go down to catch it, and it trapped it.
Yeah, he had him open, too. Quarterback just didn't put quite enough mustard on it.
A little pressure in his face made him, I think, he couldn't quite finish that throw.
Yeah.
Well, 3rd and 10 for Newton. At the Comet 29. Newton will try to get some back here if they plan to go for it on 4th down. Klein's going to hand it off. Hansen back in the game. That time he didn't get much. Got maybe a yard.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be 4th and a long 8.
4th and 8. We'll see what Newton does here. Again, it's definitely not a place you'd punt the ball.
No.
And they're just gonna run offense. Looks like be about a 45-yard field goal.
Their PAT kicker last week was 7 out of 7. He made all of his attempts, so can't tell much about his range from that.
They're going to motion a man to the right side where they got 3 guys. Throw's going to be incomplete. Finn Martin was the intended receiver. He didn't really turn to see the ball in time. So both teams give up some yardage. Bend but don't break, Coach Walker.
Yeah, they brought Coley, number 0, out of the backfield that time, and he ran up the sideline on a wheel route, which was the play that they ran to win the game against Carlisle last week. So I think we probably have that one scouted, so hopefully that one doesn't come back.
Comets will take over 1st and 10 at their own 28. Bryce Burke in motion. Armstrong's going to hand it to Reinhardt. That time not much there. Maybe a yard on that play.
Reinhardt on the carry back to the line of scrimmage, short gain on the play.
Got 1. It'll be 2nd and 9. Comets again going quick here. James is going to pull it and run out to the right. Nice job by Newton. Looked like he had some room at first, but only able to get about 3.
Yeah, they closed on that quickly.
But North Polk's got 3rd and 4. Manageable situation to keep the drive moving here. Three wide for the Comets with a tight end and Reinhardt in the backfield with Armstrong. Burke's going to come in motion. Armstrong going to go deep up the right side. Got a man. Nice catch, Carter Harris. Great throw, great catch. It was pretty good coverage.
Oh, boy, yeah.
Carter saw it coming and made a nice play on the ball.
Yeah, I don't think you can cover that a whole lot better as a high school corner. But Carter went up and he looked it right into his hands and he caught it with his hands. Really nice catch by him.
Yeah, that's that throw you see so much at the college and pro level that's just almost impossible to defend.
Right. That was a nice throw by James, too, and he had good protection.
Well, that puts North Polk in Newton territory down to the 42-yard line. Comets back on the ball. James is going to pitch it out to Carson Reinhardt. Nice cuts by Carson to avoid losing 3 or 4. Ends up gaining a couple. Carson did a nice job there to avoid the damage.
Boy, he made something out of that because that didn't look like it was going anywhere to begin with. Newton last week against Carlisle played in their secondary. It looked like they played quite a bit of zone, but they would line up in what looked like zone and then end up being man-to-man coverage. So we'll probably see some of that tonight too.
4 wide in the game for the Comets. Reinhardt in motion out to the right. Empty backfield. They'll swing it out to Reinhardt. Nice catch, but he's going to be hit and stopped immediately. Very short gain. It'll be 3rd and 7 for the Comets. They're at Newton's 39.
And that was a good catch by Reinhardt. Really nice. It was down around his knees. He really didn't break stride. Nice play on the ball.
We're right back up where the drive stalled last time here, Jerry.
Yeah. We'll see what, and about, this is a little bit longer distance, I think, than we had last time.
Tight end back in the game, Mason Ackerman for North Polk. Armstrong takes the snap. He's going to throw it right side. And it's caught. There was some traffic over there, but nice catch by Brady Cathcart. Nice throw, nice catch.
Yeah, again.
Coverage again was there.
Yes, it was. And it's enough for a first down.
Big conversion there. Comets try to get on the board here. We're at 2.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. No score. Both teams have moved the ball, but weren't able to cash in. North Polk with a chance here. 1st and 10 in Newton territory. They're going to give it to Carson Reinhardt. Nice play on defense. Carson up the middle got a couple. That was Nick Milburn again there, Coach.
Yep. Does a really good job of reading his keys. He goes where the ball's going.
Gain of 2 will be 2nd and 8. Comets going a little bit into the wind here. 2 receivers left, 2 tight ends in the game. They're going to motion Ackerman out. James is going to throw that way. Screen to Cathcart. Makes the catch, spins forward for a couple more. Nicely played by Newton there. Josh Lampy on the tackle for Newton. So we got another 3rd down here, about 6 again. That Comet line's got some size on it, Coach. Looking at Hunter Casino, he's a big fella.
He is.
3rd and 6, 1 minute to go. Tight ends in motion to the left side of the formation. Armstrong is going to fake the run. He's going to throw it to Brady, and Brady couldn't hang on to it. Alaman Shanto was there in the coverage. So it'll be 4th down. Again, probably a go-for-it situation, Jerry.
Yeah, I believe so. But and again, you'd suspect that they would probably put the ball in the air here.
Comets are at the 27. Be about a 44-yard field goal into a little bit of wind. I believe our only field goal last year was in the state title game.
Yes,
Is that right, Jerry?
Yes, it was.
So we're not quite there yet.
No. That one put us up by 2 scores.
Not quite there yet. So we're going to go for it. 4 wide for the Comets. Burke's going to move inside. And I think we had a timeout before we got a shifting penalty.
Yeah,
there.
we did. Because it looked like that's what was going to happen.
Yeah.
We were going to get a flag.
Not a bad time for a timeout.
No.
What was your strategy on first half timeouts, Coach? I've always thought you can spend those a little freer than the second half ones. You got to hang on to those.
Yeah, you want to kind of keep those second half ones in the pocket. And I think you're right. First half timeouts, maybe not as critical as the ones and when you use them in the second half.
You generally need them less for clock management, I would say, in the first half.
Yeah. Most often they're being used to maybe avert a bad situation that you see yourself getting into.
I think that's what we had there. So it was 4th and 6, 55 seconds to go here in the first quarter. No score. Third drive of the game. Comets had the opening drive, moved the ball, but were turned over on downs. Newton virtually the same, going the other direction. And now the Comets have their second drive here. 4th down at Newton's 28-yard line. Burke in motion to the right. Armstrong takes the snap. He's got time. Steps up.
Boy.
Nice throw. Incomplete, though. Threw it away from the defender. Tough catch. And Bryce couldn't haul it in. So,
boy, you had Brady Cathcart opened on the left sideline over here. Of course, it's easier for us to see that kind of stuff up here, but the defender was in press coverage, and Brady ran right by him, and James was looking the other way.
yeah, I don't think any quarterback wants to hear someone tell him, boy, if you were up in the press box, you would have seen that guy, you know? He probably has the worst view of who's open of anybody here, really.
Yeah. So Newton holds on North Polk's second possession.
Well, Newton gets it back. 49 seconds to go before we end the first quarter. They're at their own 28. Klein's going to look left. He's going to throw it high. We got a flag anyway. I think we're going to have a hold on Newton.
Flag on the play.
Comets have not been penalized yet. That's the second penalty on Newton. Newton again coming in 1-0. Won a shootout over Carlisle. Caden Klein's going to hand it to Thomason, moving left. Laterally, doesn't have much. Nice job by the defense, string that one out.
Yeah, I really played that well. Thomason was one of those individuals that was on that those sprint relay teams for Newton this past spring. And so it doesn't surprise me that they would try to get him loose on the edge.
Newton doesn't have to run a play. The quarter could expire, but they've got 15 seconds. Looks like they will. They've got the wind, whatever wind there is. Hansen's going to go in motion out of the backfield. Klein's going to throw up the seam. It's going to be intercepted. Coming back the other way. I believe that's Brady Cathcart. It is Brady. We're going to have probably a face mask to move that half the distance.
Yeah, hopefully it's not a block in the back.
Looked like he threw it right at that first tackle attempt.
Yeah, he did.
We'll see what the signal is here. Well, I don't know. Oh, it is a hold on the Comets. Those defensive guys got excited on that interception. Well, a lot happened, but no scoring in that first quarter.
Yeah, so I think we're going to get the ball on about Newton's 33. I think he marked it from the... Well, we'll see here. We'll see shortly.
Next week, North Polk will be at home again. Face another tough team, ADM, Jerry.
Yeah, this schedule is not, like some of those college teams, they play what you'd call cupcakes in their first couple weeks, and Comets didn't draw any cupcakes in their first four games.
We don't have Albany on the schedule.
No.
So we're going to have a North Polk first down again in Newton territory after the interception by Brady Cathcart. Brady had some big interceptions a year ago.
He did.
Big one, I believe, was it in the semifinal game? Maybe the final, up in the dome.
I know Bryce Burke had a an interception in the semis as well. But in talking to Coach Chris Capaldo, more than once he has mentioned the ball skills that Brady Cathcart has back there as playing safety. It'd be interesting to see what our first call is going to be here. Normally after a turnover like that, a lot of times what coaches like to do is go for the juggler, try and hit a big one. But the end of the first quarter kind of slowed things down here.
Their defense isn't going to have to rush out there unexpectedly, are they?
Yeah. So there'll be time for the coaches to tell them, hey, be alert, be aware of the big play. So we'll be on the left hash to start the second quarter.
4A, Lewis Central and Sergeant Bluff Luton are tied at 7 in the first quarter.
We start the second quarter.
The game clock's on 25 second clock.
All right, we're ready for play here.
Looks like we have Simon Hauser in at center right now in place of Colton Boo. Simon played a lot last week against Lewis Central. He also played some guard last week.
I believe he's got a cast on his right hand, doesn't he, Coach?
He does,
I think
yes.
I saw that walking around school this week.
Yeah.
I'm going to guess he's left-handed.
Well, he was right. He's right-handed normally.
I think he's left-handed now.
He is. He came back to practice that same day after they looked at it. And
play action pass. Bryce Burke makes the catch. Nice gain on first down.
when he came back to practice that day, he started practicing snapping it left-handed. So
what a gamer. That's why you have two.
Yes, that's right.
Gain of 9 there. Pretty soft coverage by Newton. Not one to give up the big play.
I think I would run it here to get the first down.
Well, 2nd and 1, so about anything's fair game.
Yeah, those linebackers are right up in that A gap, though, so we'll see.
James is going to pull it, and he's going to run around the right end for the first down. Nice read by James there. Saw that A gap was taken away.
Yeah, that was too. I think if he'd have given it there, we'd be looking at 3rd and something.
Colton Northcutt over on the tackle for Newton. Ball at the Newton 20. Third time North Polk's had it. They were stopped on downs twice, but got the interception here to give another shot at scoring the first points of this game. Big top 5 matchup in 4A here. Ackerman in motion across the formation. Reinhardt up the middle. Nice run, running hard, got about 4. Good first down run.
Tackle on the play by Mosley for the Cardinals.
Yeah, we've moved the ball, North Polk. Just got to finish and put some on the board.
Yeah, we're moving it on the ground better tonight than we did last week.
You know, last week was against out at Lewis Central. You know, how many home games have they lost in the last 5-6 years? Not many.
I would venture to say you could count them on one hand.
Armstrong's going to give it to Reinhardt that time. The Newton defense was ready. The Newton linebackers were all over that one. There's Nick Milburn again.
Yeah. Well, he made the hit there. I think he kind of had Carson stood up there a little bit.
3rd and 5, definitely. Well, I guess we're now, I would say, into field goal range if you want to go that route.
Yeah.
Liam Triplett back kicking again, as he was last year. Not his brother Ian. James is going to roll out left. Got rush in pursuit. Nice throw, but incomplete. Boy, there wasn't a lot of room there, and they almost came away with that. But
yeah, he had some pressure on him too. That was Newton brought those backers there on that one.
Well, Liam's going to come out and attempt a 32-yard field goal from the right hash. James will hold. No score here. Comets trying to get on the board. Good snap. Good hold. Kick looks off to the left. No, it was in. Never mind.
Snuck it in there. Boy, it did. From up here, it looked like it tailed, didn't it?
It looked like it did. It must have hooked in.
Yeah. We'll take it.
I could watch the end zone camera. It might have got tipped and went over.
Yeah, I thought it did too, because it didn't. I didn't think it was going to make it.
Well, hey, 3-0. When this game started, I wouldn't think it'd be 3-0 with 9:20 to go in the second quarter, Jerry.
You know, it's interesting. I was listening to the news before I drove up here tonight, and they were talking about, the explosive offensive firepower that both teams are going to have. Look for a lot of points tonight, and I said to my wife, watch it be a 10-7 game.
That's what you get. Although we might still get there. There's a lot of time left.
We might, yeah.
Both teams have moved it pretty well, especially between the 20s,
Yeah, and with, not a lot of difficulty.
No.
So we'll see if that trend continues. Well, that field goal, it did. It looked like it died.
Yeah.
On the way to the.
I know better from this angle than to think I saw it, so just wait for the signal. It's always deceiving, isn't it?
Yes.
It looked like it hit on the O in the end zone.
Yeah.
It went in.
Yep, it was good.
Well, Liam, 1 for 1 on field goals this year.
He's 2 for 2 in his career.
He's 2 for 2 in his career. He's going to kick it off from the 40. High, shorter kick. Looks like it's going to bounce. We'll see what happens. Takes a nice hop to Thomason, but nicely covered by the Comets.
Yeah.
That's where you kind of miss those uneven grass fields for a kick like that, Coach. Who knows where that would have gone?
Yeah, really.
Our nice turf field, it just hopped right up.
Yep. The old candy hop or the Sunday hop.
Yep.
We covered that well, though, too. I mean, that was not going to be returned very far.
Well, Newton will take over 1st and 10 on their own 20. Last possession ended with an interception by Brady Cathcart, setting the Comets up in the Newton side of the field. North Polk able to get a field goal to get the scoring going in this one. Klein's going to give it to Hansen. Nowhere to go. Nowhere at all. Nice job by North Polk. Big first down stop.
Looks like Carter Harris is in at corner now. I believe he's replaced Bryce Burke.
Brody Johnson's in there on that tackle. Hansen's shaking up again, Jerry. He's going to kind of limped off there. I don't think he's feeling 100%.
Yeah, that knee may be bothering him.
Loss of 1 for Newton on first down. Got about it looks like a full moon off in the distance there, Coach. What do you think?
Yeah, I believe you're right.
Could be some strange things happening. Like a 3-0 game. 2nd and 11. Klein is going to set up a screen. Wide receiver screen to Martin. Martin's got a lot of room. Pushed out of bounds after about a 14-yard gain. Nice execution by Newton there.
Yeah, it was. They picked up the first down on that play. You could kind of see that coming. But again, easier to see up here than for the guys down there on the field, because they're making different reads, looking at different things.
Newton also goes without a huddle here. 3 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Quan Coley in the backfield. Thomason motions that way. Klein's going to run it. And he's going to spin off and stay on his feet. Did well to get 2 there.
Yeah, he did it because it looked like he kind of mishandled the snap a little bit.
So Caden Klein with a good effort there to make something out of nothing for Newton. 8:15 and counting. Second quarter, North Polk 3, Newton nothing. Here in week 2, Class 4A football. Klein's going to give the handoff to Quan Coley. He's going to cut it upfield. He's going to put his head down for about 3 more yards. Nice hard run.
Yeah, he's a good-looking kid. He's 6 foot, 200 pounds, and he ran against Carlisle last week. He only carried the ball 6 times too, but when he ran it with authority, and so
yeah, he finished that run.
Yes, he did.
He was the hammer on the end of that one. Man in motion for Newton. Klein's going to throw that wheel route to the motion man. Tried to make a one-handed catch. I think he kind of heard that defender gaining on him a little bit there, Jerry.
Yeah, I think if he'd have caught it, it looked like he might have been out of bounds too.
Mike Mattis was the man in motion for Newton there. So the incompletion at 2nd and 10. Newton ready to go. Don't have to wait long for the next play with these two teams. Mattis is going to go in motion again. And we're going to have too many men moving at one time. Newton's going to be penalized for the 3rd time tonight. That'll make second long.
Yeah, it looked like Gabe Otto left just a smidge early.
The view off to the east looks different this year, Coach, with those nice softball and baseball fields out there.
Yeah, it certainly does. Last year we were looking at a lot of dirt piled up high, weren't we?
Yeah, it looks nice.
Yeah, it does.
2nd 15 for Newton. 3 wide again. Klein's going to give it to Coley. He's going to go up the middle again. He's going to run over one guy. Still going. He almost gets a first down. Tough running.
It was, yeah. Charlie Spurgeon on the tackle there.
He's fun to watch run it. He looks for somebody to
He does, yeah.
put his head on.
Yeah. And that may cause some issues as this game wears on here.
It was 2nd and 15. That makes it 3rd and 1. 14-yard gain. Newton just inside the Comet 40. Comet crowd getting into it. Klein's going to give it to Hansen back in the game. He's got the first down. Again, that line is, that pile's moving Newton's way there. If Hansen's hurting, he's gotten it out. He's back in the game.
Yeah, he looks pretty good on that run.
Down to the North Polk 29. 6:40 to go, 2nd quarter. Comets have a 3-0 lead on a 32-yard field goal by Liam Triplett. Klein out of the gun. He's going to look down the seam. Got a man. Throw is high. It's intercepted again. It's Brady Cathcart again. Had a man, just overthrew him. Very similar to the previous interception.
Yeah, Brady back there playing center field. Just moving his eyes, reading the quarterback's eyes. It looked like it was thrown well. Thrown well to Brady Cathcart.
Yeah, it was a strong throw, but it was too strong.
Yeah.
Very similar. The last interception was kind of a seam route up the middle there.
Mm-hmm.
Brady Cathcart from his free safety spot. If you just make teams keep making plays, don't give up the big one.
Yeah, that's the thing.
A lot of times it works out for you.
Yep. And that drive was starting to, get into.
And again, you're going to, not to second guess, don't like to second guess coaching, but they got run down there and throw an interception, right? Same thing as the last drive. So sometimes you just need to stick with something that's working. Comets are going to run it, and it's going to go backwards. Guess who that was? Nick Milburn.
Nick's made a few tackles so far in the first half, hasn't
he about took the handoff on that one.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to be first-team All-State when you're a sophomore, but that's on Nick Milburn's resume.
Especially a linebacker.
Yeah.
Right? Sometimes you see it at quarterback or, linebacker.
Yeah. Nick's he's got a nice size, too. He's 6'3", 225, a junior, and I would guess if he continues to progress, some and big schools might already be looking at him.
Yeah, he's got good instincts for sure.
He does, yep. Reads his keys well, and second timeout for the Comets.
Comets are going to call timeout. Coach, watching Coley running strong there and running people over. Who'd you say your favorite guy to ever watch run the ball and just run people over?
Ever?
All levels.
All levels.
All
okay.
levels, all humans.
Well, two come to mind. Earl Campbell.
I was thinking Earl Campbell. Now, that's before my time, but
Yeah.
I've seen highlights, where like guys are tearing his jersey off and
Yeah.
he just keeps going.
Yeah, back in the days of the tearaway jerseys.
Yeah.
But he would look for people to run over.
Yeah,
too.
he was.
The other one is, now he would kill you with speed too, but he was so powerful, Bo Jackson,
Oh, yeah.
because he ran into some people and he hurt them.
Bo Jackson maybe, I know he got hurt and cut his career short, but
Yeah.
he maybe he's in the conversation greatest athlete of all time,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah. Probably slide in there alongside Jim Thorpe.
2nd and 10. James Armstrong's going to throw it deep off the play action. Bryce Burks sees it coming. The Newton corner was there, but didn't turn to find the ball.
Yeah, he never
What a
turned his
catch.
head. Never turned his head because the coverage was good. It was like he was belly button to belly button.
Dawson Mackey was there. But Bryce did a nice job of kind of selling it almost like the ball wasn't coming.
Yeah.
Like a third baseman just fooling the runner. James is going to roll out here and not get much. He's going to take a shot, go out of bounds. Nice defensive play by Newton there. That was Colton Northcutt.
Colton Northcutt's the other line. I believe he's a junior too. No, he's a senior. Nice size, 6'2", 195. Nice size for our high school linebacker, inside linebacker there.
Comets are at the 45. 3-0 lead here. Looking to score the first touchdown of the game. 3 wide to the left, 1 to the right. Carson Reinhardt's in the backfield. James going to swing it out to Carson. He's going to go out of bounds. Decent gain. Be third and not too long for North Polk. Malachi Mosley was there to make the force out of bounds for Newton. Still in that area where it's 4-down territory, Jerry.
Yeah.
Spurgeon and Ackerman come to the right side to go into the formation as tight ends. They're going to give it to Carson up the middle. Pyle is moving. Comet offensive lines finishing the run.
I think he got it.
First, I think he got it by 2 yards.
He got a good spot there.
Hunter Bassino, I think, helped him go the last 4. And he helped everyone else on the field go that way too. First and 10 at the 35 after the nice run and nice play by the Comet offensive line. Charlie Spurgeon comes back inside in the formation. James is going to pull it out for the play action.
We had him.
Throw a little behind Ben there. Ben Glasgow, the intended receiver.
I like what we're doing in the passing game. We're not, now we have thrown a couple deep balls, but a lot of times you see teams that they're always trying to hit the big one, but we've kind of mixed in those intermediate routes there, and James has made some nice throws. That one a little behind the receiver.
2nd and 10 for the Comets, and that's going to be not Nick Milburn. That was Northcutt again. Mm-hmm. Northcutt was all over it. Loss of 3, 3rd and 13. Don't have to get it all here.
No, you probably want to try to chunk this.
Get some of it back. Mm-hmm. Going to go for it anyway. A lot of things in play here. Screen or quarterback draw. James is going to go deep down the field. Bryce!
Had him.
The throw was there just through the hands of Bryce Burke. You know, maybe a half a yard too far, but not too much. He got both hands on it.
Yeah, he did. And normally Bryce is going to make that catch, too.
See what the Comets do here. They are going to punt it. They're going to try and pin him deep. James Armstrong, the quarterback, is the punter.
Yeah, James is
that opens up some possibilities, too.
Yeah, it does. He can kind of pooch it here a little bit. And that
nice punt. Got a good spiral on it. Ball lands at the – oh! Ball landed at the 9, went right out of bounds at the 6. That was nice.
Yes, it was.
Jack of all trades at James Armstrong.
But you point something interesting out there, Coach, too, the fact that James is the punter and he also is the quarterback. And so, and I don't know whether the Comets have anything in their game plan this week out of that punt formation with James back there or not, but something that we could certainly look for down the road.
You wonder if that deters a team from lining up like for an aggressive punt block. Do you think if the quarterback's the one back there?
Yeah, it might be. Something to consider, that's for sure.
It's a run.
Newton's going to run it, not get much up the middle.
I think it was Coley,
I think that was Hanson, number 2.
Was it?
Yep, I think he's in there.
Yeah.
Newton's inside their own 10 here. 2nd and 10 from the 6. Nice play on first down by the defense.
Here we go. Run.
Caden Klein's going to give it to Isaiah Hanson.
Pretty good pursuit there by the Comets. Host of defenders.
I have to keep looking to say Caden Klein. I want to say Colin Klein. Wasn't he the quarterback at Kansas State like 10 years ago?
Yes, he was.
He coaches somewhere now.
I think he's the offensive coordinator at Texas A&M.
That sounds right. But I've almost said his name about 5 times, so I've just been saying Klein. Caden Klein.
Yeah.
Good quarterback for Newton. Third and 6 for Newton at their own 10. Klein out of the gun. He's going to take the snap. He's going to throw over the middle. Nice completion for a first down.
Yep. Nice throw, nice catch.
Had a man wide open there. That was Gabe Otto making the reception. Just a little bit of an in route, and it found the open area in the zone. Newton's got 2:29. I believe all 3 timeouts, don't they?
I think you're right, yeah. I think you're right.
Good run on first down for Newton. Got about 5 or 6. That was Hanson again. Isaiah Hanson on the carry.
Yeah, he must be feeling a little better then now, so.
Comets are going to call timeout. Had some personnel getting off the field there. Might as well use it. Second half's almost coming down to the end here. 2:04 to play. Still 3-0. Who'd have thought that?
Timeout. Find a shot.
Not that anybody would be betting on high school games, but if you had taken the under.
I'm not sure what that means, Coach.
Well, not that I'm a betting connoisseur, that's for sure.
But
I hear
what you're saying. Yeah,
the last time I think I bought a Powerball ticket was like back in the 80s.
Really?
Yeah.
You know what always amazes me is the people that get really excited to buy the Powerball ticket when it's like $1 zillion.
Yeah.
Like they couldn't use it when it's 20 million. Like, well, I got no time for that.
Yeah, I know.
You ever notice that? That's always strange to me.
I'm not going to spend the money.
You're not going to win any time, but
not worth the investment.
But you probably have a better odds when it's only 20. I don't know how it works. But you would think, right?
Yeah. And I've heard a couple times this one now it's up so high that you have better odds of getting hit by lightning than winning.
Probably 4 times getting hit by lightning.
Yeah.
Klein's going to throw it out to the right. It's going to be complete. There's another Newton first down. That was Isaiah Hansen out of the receiver spot.
Klein's pass complete to Martin.
Sorry, no, it wasn't. It was Martin.
Reinhardt and Checkenbeck are the linebackers right now for the Comets.
Klein swings it out to Hansen. Nice cut back up the middle. Breaks a couple tackles. Got about 6 or 7. Minute 35 to go. Again, Newton does have timeouts. And I think they just used one.
Timeout.
Well, it's not a high-scoring game like expected so far, but it's close. It's interesting.
Yes, it is.
There's a lot of things happening.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, the teams are moving the ball up and down the field between the 20s, and but then things seem to have, to this point anyway, they've stalled out. So Newton was down 2 scores last week against Carlisle 3 different times in that game, and they came back to win.
Yeah, Carlisle always a really solid football program.
Yeah. Johnson is back in at linebacker. Plays for Reinhardt.
All right, here we go. Minute 32, second quarter. Comets up 3-0. Newton on the move. Klein's going to throw it right up the sideline. I think it was intercepted again. Was he in bounds? No, they're going to say he was out of bounds. Bryce Burke was over there, made a nice play on it.
He did.
Came flying from that safety spot there, that corner spot.
I'll bet he'd trade that one, though, for the shot down the seam when we were on offense here just this last series. He made a nice play on it. He made a heck of a play.
3rd and 3 for Newton. Bunch formation here to the left. Another wheel route. They like to throw that, and it was incomplete. That one hung up there, too, to the point we almost had a shot at it again. Yeah,
there was a flag over here. Looks like an eligible receiver downfield for Newton. Preliminary indication, so.
Newton's been penalized 4 or 5 times this half. I think North Polk just once. It was 3rd and 3, so it's going to be either 4th and 3 or 3rd and long. They're probably going to punt it. Decision here for Coach DeBrink. They declined it. It's 4th and 3. So now we'll see what Newton does.
Looks like they're going to go for it.
They might just try and draw us. They have timeouts. This is a watch the ball situation here.
Stay focused up front.
I think that's what they're doing.
Yeah.
And they jumped. They jumped.
They jumped, yeah.
Well, that makes the decision easier for them.
Yeah. Looked like that was Mace Maynard that jumped.
So the false start moves it back. 4th and 8 now for Newton. They're going to punt it. Comets don't have any timeouts, but there's a minute 22. If they get a good return here, we'll see what happens on this punt.
Now we got Bryce Burke back.
Punts away, not a long punt, up the right side. Boy, they didn't get too much out of that. Maybe 13 yards.
Yeah, and it may have been too that they've seen some tape on Burke and not wanting to put the ball in his hands at this point.
Even though North Polk don't have timeouts, I think that's the point we can get aggressive here.
Yeah.
Minute 15 on the 42.
Run those out routes on the sideline because a lot of times defensive backs are coached to give them the out but don't get beat deep. So we'll see what happens here.
All right, Comets probably have the last shot on offense here of the first half. They lead it 3-0. Ball's on the North Polk 42. James Armstrong in the shotgun at quarterback. James is going to roll right to avoid pressure. Receiver fell down. Maybe looks like their feet got tied up. No flag.
Yeah, I think he thought he was interfered with, but a lot of times you see that happen. Guys will get their feet tied up.
So, not much hurt there. Second and 10. Clock still stopped.
Yep.
Last year, Coach, Comets were really good at scoring in late quarter situations. Definitely were plus against the opponent on the season in that category. James is going to roll out. He's going to set and throw it deep. He's got a man.
He does.
James was hit as he threw.
Boy, they brought the heat, too. I was surprised he got that off and threw it as well as he did.
Mason Ackerman was out there. Twisted an ankle a little bit. He's kind of hobbling, heading back to the huddle. I think we see that. We're going to sub. Yep, there comes Charlie Spurgeon in for him. 3rd and 10. Now I think maybe we run it, although Newton has timeouts left, right?
Yeah, they do. I don't think you can tell on a new board, can you? I was looking up there earlier.
Keep looking.
Yeah.
I don't think it says timeouts.
No.
Oh, it does. It does under Cardinals. Yeah, there's 2 bars there.
Okay.
James is going to throw it deep left side. Intercepted. Nice play by Nick Thomason there. Number 7, Ali Yahya was the interceptor of that pass. Sorry about that. Looked like 1. It was 7 from here. Well, 57 seconds. Newton's got 2 timeouts. They got a good quarterback. They got some good receivers. I don't see why they don't try and put some points on the board.
Down there.
They're on their own 30. This last few minutes of this half's taken a while.
Yes, it has.
A lot of changes of possession. Klein setting in the pocket. Good protection. He's going to throw it away. Out to the right there. 2nd and 10.
A little miscommunication on the sideline there for the Comets.
Early in the game, Newton was moving the ball pretty well. Haven't moved it as much lately. They're going to run it up the middle. Only got a couple.
Yeah, and I think, Coach, you point that out about they haven't moved it as well. They have gone to the passing game, too. And, they've gotten some completions, but along with that, some incompletions. And
some interceptions.
Yeah. Couple of our guys.
I'm surprised they're taking so much time here. They're going to fumble it on the exchange, and I'm sure they'll just let it run out now.
Yeah.
It's 4th down, so that'll be the end of the first half as the clock winds down. Comets 3, Newton nothing will be the halftime score. Surprising score, but it has been a very competitive game against two good teams here.
Yeah.
So we're going to step away for halftime, and we'll be back in a bit for the second half.
They'll be performing portions of their 2025 show, British Invasion.
Yeah, she is in man. She's production. Sorry, she's got popcorn and a monster. Oh, I guess she's sitting inside it.
All right, we're back here at halftime as the North Polk Comets lead Newton 3-0. I want to take a moment here for a recognition of some contributors to North Polk Athletics here. Tonight we proudly thank the generous donors who made our new video boards possible. Your support enhances our facilities and helps create a memorable game day experience for our students, athletes, and the entire community. We are especially grateful to the following major donors for their outstanding support: Home State Bank, the Kitchen and Bath Company, Nationwide Insurance, Elwell Realty, Remax Concepts, Luana Savings Bank, DCI Construction, Copycat Prints, and Carl Chevrolet of Ankeny. We also extend our sincere thanks to our supporting donors for their valuable contributions to this project. So we are thankful to all of them. Tonight's game is sponsored by Nationwide. Nationwide is here tonight to emphasize the importance of ATV and UTV safety. There are more than 700 deaths and 100,000 ER-treated injuries involving ATVs and UTVs each year. Let's champion rider safety together. Nationwide is on your side.
Well done, Coach.
Thanks. It's my first Nationwide read.
The gratuities will be rolling in.
Yeah, no
I
kidding.
think.
No kidding. Coach, we got a 3-0 game. What do you think?
Yeah, interesting. I wouldn't have said it was going to be only 3 points scored in the first half in this game. I was thinking maybe more like 14-7, 17-14 kind of game. But the defenses have stiffened when they've needed to, and for the most part kept both teams out of the end zone.
Yeah, both teams have had some drives tonight. Newton has hurt themselves with some interceptions.
Yeah.
A couple drives in a row where they were in North Polk territory. The second one particularly, they were moving the ball on the ground really well and went to a throw, and Brady Cathcart got both of those.
Yeah, he did. I thought, and you pointed this out in the first half too, I think they kind of got away a little bit from what was going for them. They were running the ball and they were getting some chunks, and then they started throwing, and they had some completions. They had some nice throws, some completions, but as you mentioned, Comets had 2 picks, and that stopped a couple of those drives.
Comets have been stopped in Newton territory a couple times on downs. The only score of the game is a 32-yard field goal by Liam Triplett,
which from up here we thought didn't. I thought it got tipped and didn't quite make it,
but it's 3-0. It looked like a 50-yarder in the scorebook.
Yes,
so.
It does. Those guys down on the field in the striped shirts had a better look at it than we did. That's for sure.
We're about 50 seconds here from start of our second half. What do you think we'll start with a Newton perspective, Coach Walker. What are they going to try and emphasize start this half, you think?
Well, they won the toss and deferred, so they'll get the ball to start the second half. I would think maybe they would try to see if they can get their run game going again a little bit. They rely on the pass. I think they probably have thrown it maybe a little more than they did last week against Carlisle. So we'll see, but I would, that number 0, that Coley, he's a nice looking kid. Now I know he's not their first running back, but he runs with some authority. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. I don't know. Defensively, Newton and North Polk too, for that matter of fact, they've been playing well defensively. There haven't been a lot of broken tackles or missed tackles. Certainly hasn't been sloppy by any means.
How about North Polk here? 3-0, going to be on defense first.
Yeah, well, we need to get a stop. First series. You need to stop their first series and then get some good field position and see what we can do with it. And again, I think we've had a pretty decent mix of run and pass. We're actually, one play away from being up 2 scores. That the throw down the seam to Bryce was just off his hands in the second quarter there, and so hopefully we can break something when we go on 0 and maybe hit another big play. We'll see.
Yeah, Comets had a few open guys that couldn't quite haul it in or take advantage of it in the first half. So Either way, it's a close game. Ranked teams early in the season.
So
Triplet's going to kick it off, and they're going to do a little reverse on the return. Didn't get much out of it.
Son ended up with the ball, and he was one of those Newton athletes on those sprint relay teams in the state track meet last year. But he was kind of running in. He got it on going into the short side, so that sideline's an extra defender for the defense. Comets had good coverage, though.
Newton running back Isaiah Hansen was a little hampered with a few injuries in the first half, looked like. Maybe not at full speed.
Looks like he's back in there.
Caden Klein's the quarterback for Newton. He's in the shotgun. 1st and 10 for the Cards. Their own 22. They're going to give it to Hansen. He's going to bounce it outside. Not much. Got maybe 3 or 4. Forced out of bounds. Bryce Burke was there to force him out. Got more than I thought at first. Decent gain on 1st down for Newton. 2nd 5.
Comet's still in that 3-man front.
2 tailbacks in the backfield. They're going to give it to Coley. He's going to try and cut it up. Spinning forward. Got a couple more. It's going to be 3rd and short for Newton on their opening drive of the second half.
Well, it kind of looked like we had some contact with him in the backfield, but he broke out of that, picked up a couple.
They'll call it 3rd and 2, their own 30. Just underway, North Polk 3. Just underway in the second half, I should say. North Polk 3, Newton 0. Thomason's going to come in that circle motion again. They're going to give it to Hansen. He's got a lot of room. He's at the 50. He's still on his feet. Pushed out of bounds. Looks like about the 43 of North Polk. Big conversion for Newton.
Yeah, we missed a couple tackles on that one. Looked like we had him, and then he broke 3 and made a nice run.
So Newton moving the ball. Didn't take long to get into North Polk territory. They've moved it at times, just haven't been able to finish off drives so far.
Mm-hmm.
Klein's going to hand it off to Hansen again. Another solid 1st down run. You get 3 or 4, you feel pretty good about it.
And again, so far, all on the ground for Newton.
And that's been kind of the pattern so far this game. They've moved it between the 30s, between the 40s on the ground, and they've gave it away with the pass game.
Blake Trolson came in to replace Mason Ackerman at defensive end for the Comets.
Caden Klein, quarterback. Thomason's in motion. He's going to throw it out to Thomason. Pass was incomplete. Looked like we almost got a hand on it.
Yeah, I think so. Ben Glasgow had his hands up when he was in there on the rush.
If he didn't tip it, he at least altered that pass for sure. So, nice play there for the Comet defense on 2nd down. Be 3rd and 8.
What do you think? If they don't get anything on this play, are they going for it, Coach, or are they going to punt it?
I definitely think you go for it. I think they're going to mark it 3rd and 7.
Yeah.
Unless you have a negative play here, but I mean, you're at our 40.
Mm-hmm.
You aren't going to gain too much punting.
Not sure what the holdup is here.
I don't know either. There's no timeout. No clock. The clock. Now they're winding the play clock. I don't know what that was about. They're going to have a false start.
Yep.
Newton has had some untimely penalties at times tonight.
I'm sure this will change their play call now.
So we're going to have 3rd and 12, but again, if they can get a chunk of it, I think they still go for it. This is where I think you look out for some kind of screen here, Coach Walker.
They might try to run. They ran that tunnel screen in the first half. They might try that again.
Or if you've got some kind of counter off of that, you fake it and then you go deep in another direction.
Yeah.
We're going to have another whistle.
Delay a game.
Delay a game on Newton. Well, what was 3rd and 7 is 3rd and 17. First drive of the second half here. Newton's gone backwards on a couple penalties. 3rd and 17.
I'd look for something deep over here. Yep.
They're going to throw an out route, and it is incomplete.
Yeah. They put 4 receivers to that short side of the field over there, tried to isolate over here on the wide side.
They're definitely punting this.
Chandler Johnson was on the coverage there. Kind of an interesting call and out. Running an out pattern from the short side of the field to the wide side there. It's a long throw.
Yeah, I think if they complete it and they get 8 or 9 or 10, they're probably going for it possibly, but it was incomplete, so Newton's going to punt it.
Ooh.
Comets got close to getting a hand on it. This ball is going to be up the far side out of bounds where North Polk will take over. Cameron Hansen's the punter for Newton.
Looks like it'll be on about the 16-yard line. Looks like an official timeout.
Are there TV timeouts tonight?
Oh, there might be. I'd forgotten about that.
We appreciate all of our viewers.
Absolutely.
Maybe a lot of out-of-state viewers, you think? Yeah. All right, here we go. North Polk first drive of the second half, 1st and 10 at their own 16. James Armstrong's going to give it to Carson Reinhardt.
Reinhardt on the carry for the Comets. That just past the line of scrimmage. Josh Lampy on the tackle.
Good run there by Carson. 2nd and 7. They're going to give it to Reinhardt again. He's going to go on the right edge. Not much there. Nice job by the Newton defense.
Tackle again by Lampy. Flag on the play. Holding on the Comets.
Action's hit a little lull here.
Yeah.
We've had some official timeouts. They're not really sure where to spot the ball. We got a penalty?
Yeah, we had a holding call on us on
Okay.
that edge play. A lot of times you'll get a hold called on those plays when they're trying to get wide.
Well, not the smoothest start for either team.
No.
Second half here. 2nd and 16 for North Polk. Comets lead at 3-0. Armstrong's going to look left side deep. Got a man. Incomplete. The coverage was there almost simultaneously. Brady Cathcart was the intended receiver.
Yeah, it was a good throw, and it was good coverage, too. It was.
Alameen Shanto was on the coverage there for Newton. So 3rd and long here for the Comets. Newton with a chance to get some field position. Their defense will get off the field here. Two receivers out wide to the left, one to the right. Armstrong's going to throw it right side, incomplete. Again, coverage was tight. Might have been a little early, but nothing egregious. So good stop by the Newton defense there. They needed that.
Yeah, Ali Yahia on the coverage there for the Cardinals. It'll bring up 4th down.
So the holding penalty sets the offense back, and they can't overcome that. So 4th and 16. Comets will be punting from just short of their, well, a little bit into the end zone. Ball being at the 11. James standing in the middle of the end zone. Punts away. Fair catch called for at the 38. So Newton's going to have really good field position for this second drive of the second half.
Finn Martin on the fair catch there with the Cardinals on that punt.
Try and get you some score updates here of some other games in the area. Ankeny Centennial leads Linn-Mar 35-3 in the third quarter. That game in Ankeny. Ankeny leads Waukee 6-0 at halftime.
This is going to be a run.
Newton's going to run it right up the middle. There's Coley running over some people again. Quan Cooley. Nice run.
It was. Down to the 23, 15-yard run. He's a force when he's got the ball.
Coach, if I'm Newton, I'm going to make them stop Quan Cooley.
Yeah. We'll see. Back there
Thomason
again.
in motion. They're going to give it to him again.
Yeah.
And we do. Nice job there.
Yeah.
Good job by the Comet D-line.
That was Hanson that time. Interior line of Comets, Micah Sands, Chase Miller.
Loss of one makes it 2nd and 11. Newton's going to run the option this way. They're going to pitch it to Thomason. He's going to cut it upfield. Tripped up
We got a flag.
by Chandler Johnson.
Might have a hold.
Yeah, we're going to have a hold on Newton. The penalty bug is biting both teams so far.
They are. Start the salve. You know, you wondered when they were going to run that play because they bring that wideout in motion a lot back behind, and then they either fake or give it to the running back. And most of the time when they run that motion, they've given. But quarterback pulled it. They ran the option there. Came back due to the hold.
2nd long for Newton. Klein's going to look to throw. He's got a man open. Throwing on the flag route, and it was a little too far. He was there.
Yeah, he had him open.
Finn Martin was the intended receiver. So both teams have missed a few open throws and opportunities to score here. Third and 16. Newton, again, you're probably wanting to get about half of this back here for a good 4th down attempt. They're going to set up a screen up the middle. Nobody's there.
No.
Now we got a flag.
I think they might have been downfield.
Well, yeah, because the ball.
Illegal shift.
Yeah. Either way, it would have been because the ball was thrown past the line of scrimmage, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Decline the penalty.
Penalty declined. You got a 4th and 16. This is tricky for Newton. I don't know that their field goal game is. Well, they're going to try one, I think.
Be about a 45-yarder.
They're bringing out a guy who looks a lot like a kicker. Jackson Price, number 20. 45-yard field goal from the right hash. Looks like he's a left-footed kicker. All right, trying to tie the game. Kicks a low liner. It's short. That one I could see. That one goes short. So the Comets get the stop. Probably worth a try if you're Newton. Too close to punt, but too far to really go for it as far as the distance.
You find out a little bit about what kind of range your kicker has in a game in a real game situation. It's a little different in practice when you're attempting those. That's a good stop for the Comets, aided by some penalties there.
6:52 to play, third quarter. It is still 3-0. North Polk, number 3 in the state, leading number 5, Newton. Comets, of course, coming off the big win last week at Lewis Central. Looking to go 2-0 here and run that program win streak. James is going to throw a slant off the play action. Nice throw, nice catch. It's going to be a first down. Carter Harris, I believe, on the catch. Comets going quick here, trying to get a little rhythm going on offense. James is going to fake it. He's going to swing it out. Mason Ackerman. Nice gain right at the sticks. They're going to move them. First down.
Yeah, Mason looked a little better running that time, so his bump that he got in the first half, he must be not feeling that.
Ball at their own 45. Well. James is going to take the snap. He's going to look deep. He's going to avoid the rush. Oh, he's tripped up. Looked like he was going to get away, but Josh Lampe got him down. That was a big loss.
Yeah, it was. And he's been really good at avoiding those rushes up to this point. I think that's their first sack Newton's had this evening.
Yeah, that was a loss of 11. Second 21. So the last drive went backwards on the hold, and then you have a sack here. So see what they dial up here. Three wide receivers for the Comets. And we got whistles. Flag down. Comets are going to back up some more. Not a real smooth second half so far, Jerry.
We're shooting ourselves in the foot here a little bit.
Both teams are pretty sloppy coming out of the gate here. Well, it's second and 26. We'll see what the Comets try and do here to get some of this yardage back. Armstrong's going to look deep. It's going to be overthrown. Double coverage on the play. Cathcart's limping himself a little bit, isn't he?
Yeah, looked to be a little bit.
Good coverage by Newton on that play, so third and 26. What do you think they're going to do? What's Coach Groper going to call up?
That's a good question.
A run play and then punt it?
Yeah, I would.
Might be.
I would think it.
The line to gain is Newton's 45.
Or a short pass of some
Comets
sort.
are at their own 29. Oh, James is going to throw it out. That's an incomplete pass. Looked a little dangerous, but just an incomplete pass. Well, the Newton defense, with the help of penalties.
And the sack. Yeah, came up big on that series.
Gets another stop. 5:34 to go. 3-0. Kind of unbelievable.
Yeah.
But, that's why they play the games, Coach.
That's correct.
Armstrong takes the snap. Newton brought a rush, didn't get there. Punt's going to land at about the Newton 41. Back up a little bit. Brody Johnson downs it. They're going to spot it at the 43.
Well, Newton's had the advantage this half as far as field position is concerned because most of the first or second half here has been played the North Polk end of the field. Comets need a big defensive series here. Need a 3 and out.
Yeah, it seems like both teams, it's just kind of, and the fan, we're waiting for something to happen.
Yeah.
Waiting for something to happen.
So we got Chase Boo in there at defensive line along with Blake Trollson and Micah Sands, with the 3 down linemen that are up front.
All right, here we go. Newton, good field position again at their own 43. Caden Klein's going to give it to Isaiah Hansen. He's going to work forward for about 5.
Like Ben Glasgow was in on the tackle there. Carter Harris is in a corner for the Comets. Tepley and Cathcart are still playing safety. Chandler Johnson's a corner on the far side.
For Newton on second down, or on first down, makes it 2nd and 5. Klein's going to step up and run it. Close to the first down. A little short.
Yeah, I got it. That looks better.
A little short. I thought that was kind of a tough spot, Coach. I thought he was.
Yeah, I
Maybe
thought.
the knee was down. I thought he was at or past that mark. But
Yeah.
3rd and 1 at the North Polk 48. Coley is in the game, but not in the backfield. Hansen is. They're going to give it to Hansen. He's going to bounce it outside. Breaks the tackle. He's at the 20. He's at the 15, the 10. He's pushed out of bounds at the 5-yard line. Bryce Burke pushed him out.
Yeah, Hansen showed some speed there.
Good run by Hansen. Biggest gain of the night for him, I believe. So,
Yeah.
1st and goal at the 5. Newton with a great opportunity at the first touchdown of the night here. They're going to shift a couple to the right side in the formation here. They're going to run that way behind it. Inside the 1.
Hansen on the carry, stopped at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and goal.
I think that was Hansen again, Coach.
Yeah, he's showing no ill effects of that injury in the first half on these last 2 runs.
1st and goal at the 1. 2nd and goal at the 1, excuse me. 3:22 and counting. 3-0 North Polk. Newton with a great opportunity at a touchdown here. They're going to run it right up the middle for a touchdown. A Wildcat formation. Isaiah Hansen takes it in. So Newton finally punches it in. And it's 6-3 with the extra point pending here. Quan Coley is down after that play at about the 1-yard line. Well, North Polk's offense got to respond, Jerry.
Yes, they do.
We've been hurt by penalties this quarter so far.
Just have looked kind of ragged.
Looks like they're going to help Quan Coley up, and he's going to make his way off the field under his own power.
He may have gotten the wind knocked out of him. Doesn't look like he's favoring either leg.
Halftime score, Chargers 13, Chiefs 6, Jerry.
They're playing that in Brazil.
They are.
Correct?
They are. On a Friday. Don't know why. I don't know if the Brazilians were clamoring for the game, but they've got it. Extra point is good.
Yep, no doubt about that one.
Extra point's good there. That was Jackson Price, left-footed kicker. Kicks it through. So it's 7-3 Newton, 3:12 to go. Now there's been only 10 points in this game so far, but there could be a lot yet to be scored.
Yeah, you never know something like that. One team breaks a long one, and then maybe the same thing happens with the other team, and then all of a sudden you get a barrage of scoring. We'll see. Hopefully the Comets can get a
How many?
good run back here.
Comets were 13-0 last year. Is that right, Jerry?
Mm-hmm.
So one last week. So North Polk's won 14 in a row.
Yes.
Coming into the night.
They have. Mm-hmm.
Got to be a program record, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Price going to kick it off. Bryce Burke at the 3. He's going to return it. Bryce right up the middle. Good return. He's still on his feet. All the way out to the 44. Great return by Bryce Burke. So the Comets will have good field position, trying to answer Newton's touchdown.
Well, you just about broke that one, Coach. We had some good blocking on there, and we needed that. Hopefully that will be a spark.
He had a second effort to get about 8 or 9 more there on the end of that. So nice job by Bryce. We'll see what the offense can do here. Trailing 7-3.
Comets were down 10-0 last week against Lewis Central unanswered. We'll see what happens here.
I think we got a timeout. Now, those are the kinds of timeouts you want to avoid using, right?
Yeah.
Because close game, second half, but big drive here.
Find something to shoot. Find something to shoot.
Little confusion on personnel, I think. The wind is about pretty much gone.
Yeah, that flag is it's not anywhere close to where it was at the beginning of the game.
Perfect temperature to play football in.
Yep. This is like an October night in the first week of September.
56 degrees right now. Who knows, though? Might be 80 degrees in October. Sometimes that happens.
I think I saw the high is projected to be 85 next Friday.
There you go.
So we'll see.
That'll be different.
See what happens.
Comet said use a timeout there to avoid penalty or a bad play. So 1st and 10 at the 44. Now from the Newton perspective, your defense should feel a little energized after that touchdown.
They look like they're coming here.
Carson Reinhardt up the middle. Good run on first down.
They had it stacked up in there. Looked like they were going to bring people.
Got about 3. Comets huddling. Didn't see that in the first half much, Jerry.
No. Well, there's no need to be in a rush. You got plenty of time.
4 wideouts. Armstrong out of the gun. He's going to step up to avoid the rush. He's going to run it. He's got a lot of room. He's going to slide down for a first down at the 45-yard line of Newton. Nice job by James.
We had 4 wideouts, and the 2 on the closest side here, the inside receiver was number 63. And that's Micah Sands, and he did not get on field in the pass route. He just stepped back.
Comets are going to run their 12th man on here. 1st and 10 at the Newton 45. High snap. James pulls it down. He's going to throw it up the seam. He's got a man wide open. It's caught. Carter Harris.
Carter Harris.
Good thing Carter ran on the field.
Yes, it is.
Nice catch. Beautiful throw from James Armstrong.
He put that right on the money.
Right on the money. Comet offense responding here. That completion puts it down at the 14. Big chance for North Polk to answer the touchdown from Newton. Play action, slant route, incomplete. Going for Carter Harris again. Good coverage on the play by Thomason. 2nd and 10. Minute 30 to go, third quarter. Good chance for North Polk to get their first touchdown of the night here. They're going to run that slant again. That is caught. That coverage looked like it got there a little early.
Yeah.
Heck of a catch.
Boy, it was. I can't believe he caught that. That guy was draped all over him.
I think that was Bryce catching that one. 3rd and 3, Comet's in good shape. Ball's at the Newton 7. 1:04 and counting to go, third quarter. Reinhardt's in the backfield with Armstrong. They're going to give it to Reinhardt up the middle.
Boy, he's close.
He's close. He's inside the 1. I mean, it is an inch or two away.
So we're going to be 1st and goal inside the 1.
Yeah, 1st and goal. 40 seconds.
Or at about the 1.
To go in the third quarter. Play clock's at 20, so there will be another play here. All right, James Armstrong's in the shotgun. They're going to give it to, nope, he's going to keep it and walk into the end zone. Nice fake and read there by James, and that's a good answer from the offense, Jerry.
Yeah, you know, that really is tough down there for the defense because they're just chomping at the bit, and they want to make sure they make the tackle, and you fake it to that guy, and then you pull it, and, boy, he just almost could have walked in.
Yeah. As a defense, when you know they've got 4 cracks to go 6 inches,
yeah,
it's tough.
Yeah.
Try to make a big loss on the first play, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Liam Triplett on for the extra point. Let's see if we can draw him off sides. Nope. Oh, kick was blocked.
Yep.
You know, as they did all last year and the year before, we did get Lewis Central to jump on that first PAT last week.
Yeah.
Although Newton somebody figured it out.
Yeah.
Because
sit back, boys.
For 2 years it's been happening.
Yeah. Was it?
So Comets can't convert the extra point, but they lead 9-7. As we're almost to the fourth quarter. I think it'll be exciting fourth quarter.
Yeah, it should be. That was a good answer by North Polk that came down and answered. So now defense has to turn it over and see what they can do.
You know, both teams have a number of players playing both ways. I feel like maybe Newton has a few more playing both ways. You know, so that's always something to keep in mind as you get into the fourth quarter of a game.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know that it doesn't look like we have shuffled as many guys in tonight as we did last week. And, you know, as I mentioned earlier, that may have been out of necessity last week with the cramping that was going on.
Liam Triplett's kick is fielded by Hansen. Takes it to the middle of the field. Well covered by North Polk. Newton will start from their own 27.
You know, it's interesting, Coach. I was, we were in the shotgun. We were first and goal inside the 1 there. About how many teams that are running the spread do that anymore. You know, they're back in the shotgun. You think, well, you don't have that much yardage to cover to get in. Why don't you just go under center and just try to jam it in there?
I think, though, if you
pros and cons both ways.
If you don't take snaps the whole game and then you put somebody on there, that you're asking for a fumble. I think
Yeah.
if you never take, some teams do both all game, right? But
Right. Yeah.
if you haven't taken a snap, looks easier than it is.
Yeah.
Under center,
Yeah. And
especially if you don't do it every play.
well, yeah, and the other thing too is if you don't practice taking a snap from under center, then it's
Right. Yeah, I think you're asking for trouble.
Yeah.
And if the center hasn't been snapping it to you under
Right.
center entire time. All right, Hanson's going to swing it out, but it's short.
Now, interesting here, Coach. Newton gets the ball. They're down 2. First down. Throw it.
Yeah,
Incomplete. Second down. Throw it.
That-
Incomplete.
that last throw lacked conviction,
Yeah.
I'd say.
Yeah. Now, you almost have to throw it here, unless you run like a quarterback draw or something. But again, you wonder. They ran the ball well on their last series, and
Caden Hanson's going to swing it out to the right side for Coley, and it's incomplete. Throw was high.
Chandler Johnson was on the coverage there for the
Throw was
Comets.
high and a little bit late, I thought. If you're
Yeah.
gonna swing it out there, he was already kind of standing waiting for it.
Yeah.
Wasn't going to do much even if he caught it. Well, 4th and 10, 4 seconds to go in the third quarter. Good job by the Comet defense. Chance to really get it back and take control of the game here.
I'm not sure. That might be the first 3 and out that we've gotten tonight. Maybe
Yeah, I think it is.
is it? Yeah, we may have had one earlier, but
Short punt. It's going to bounce towards Bryce. He's going to come up and
yeah,
field it, and got about 3 or 4.
yeah, he's not afraid back
Nope,
there. That's for
nope.
sure. And you want a guy back there.
Yeah, it saves you field position when the ball doesn't roll 15 yards.
Yeah, you want a guy that's not afraid.
And that takes us to the fourth quarter.
All right, well,
9.
9-7 Comets going into the 4th. Good field position, right at midfield.
We need,
Yeah, your Newton's got to be disappointed with that last drive there.
yeah. But back in the day, Coach, we'd like to take the ball here and run about 9 minutes off the clock and punch one in and go up 2 scores.
Well, nothing wrong with that. You can do it.
No, theoretically that sounds pretty good, doesn't it? I don't think that's probably what's going to happen, though.
I'm going to give you your Cedar Falls Tigers update here, Coach.
I got beat by 1 last week.
Saw that. Was it Iowa City Liberty?
Liberty. It was at Liberty, and I don't know any of the details of the game. I just saw the score.
I'm seeing 14-14 in the 4th. They're hosting Pleasant Valley. Have you been to the new stadium, the outdoor one there?
Just been by it. Have not been in it. Nice complex, so
Yeah, that's probably overdue for them.
yeah, brand new school, and
Comet fans getting into it. YMCA always gets them going. You spend any time at the Y back in the day, Coach?
a little bit
Did you?
as a young lad.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Waterloo YMCA?
I
Did
think
Cedar Falls have one?
I think I had moved to Cedar Falls
Okay.
when I was 7.
Where'd you come from?
Waterloo.
Oh,
Ewalu.
move west.
Yeah. Yeah. As an East Side guy.
All right, here we go. Good fourth quarter. Set to go. 12 minutes on the clock. 9-7 Comets. James Armstrong's going to throw it deep.
Ooh,
Ball's
boy.
flat. It's going to be intercepted. There's a flag. So we'll see. Not sure what we're going to see here. Big interception, though. Might be a defensive holding.
The official on this side is signaling illegal man downfield.
Oh, never mind then. Ali Yahia made the interception. Also got about a 30-yard return on it, Coach.
Yeah.
Big play for the Newton
Yeah,
defense.
James looked like he got hit as he was throwing, too, which might have affected that.
Yeah, I think it's kind of off his back
Interception.
foot and throw kind of flattened out on him.
Yeah.
Well, Comet defense going to have to rise to the occasion again here. Newton trails by 2, but the big interception by Yahia. Good field position for the Cardinals. At the Comet 40. Otto in motion. There comes Coley putting his head down. 5 more. His yards after contact is pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Earl Campbell-like, really,
Yeah.
you know?
You know who? Well, I'll save this thought. But I'm coming back to it.
Okay, 2nd 5. They're going to give it to him again. He's going to spin away from 1. He's still on his feet. Spins down to about the 30. Flag went flying in.
Yeah, I think we got either a hold or a face mask, I
Yep.
think.
From that direction, probably
No,
face mask.
face mask,
Yeah, when that back judge calls
Yeah.
it.
You know, I was thinking when I watched Coley on film last week that he reminds me a little bit of Henry Christensen, who played for us last year.
Yeah.
Although, I think I would rather attempt to tackle Coley than I would Henry.
Hanson's going to take it on the sweep right. He's going to make a move. He's still going. He's at the 10. Inside the 10. Cardinals got some momentum now, Jerry.
Yeah, they do. Hanson made a nice move there. He kind of dipped inside and then popped it to the outside. And Comets need to rally.
Xander McCready hustled on the field there. He's at D-line here in this inside the 10 situation. 1st and goal for Newton at the North Polk 7. 10:38 and counting to go 4th quarter. Down 9-7 is Newton. They're going to give it to Hanson again. He's going to stiff arm one guy. He's going to go in for the touchdown. Strong run by Isaiah Hanson. Pretty good 1-2 punch back there.
Yes. Yeah.
And I don't think Hanson is 100% from what we saw earlier in the game.
Right. It looks like he's back close, though, from these
Yeah, he's
last couple of runs that
had
he's
some
made.
authority lately.
Yes, he has.
All right, it's a 4-point game because of the missed extra point by North Polk. I think you go for 2 here because I think you'd rather be up 6 than 5, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I don't think 1 point does you any good.
Probably doesn't matter a whole lot,
No.
but I think I would go for 2 also.
Yeah, that's what they're going to do.
They're going to give it to Hanson. Didn't get it. Good job. Big stop.
But, you know, really, you think about it, that's probably a pretty good call there because they've just taken the ball and run it down our throats.
Yep.
And it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to throw it in that situation.
Because you go up 14-9, you're still 6 points still goes ahead of you. So
Yeah.
So, heading up for an exciting finish here.
And you know, if you're Newton, you're playing defense now. All you got to do is keep North Polk out of the end zone, because the field goal's not going to beat you unless they kick 2 of them. But time becomes a factor in that situation too. So we'll see what Newton does on defense. We'll see what the Comets do on offense.
Comets went for a big play early in the possession last time they had it. Interception by Yahia for Newton.
And
Set them up for a touchdown.
Newton's bringing some pressure on defense now too, and James doesn't have a great deal of time to throw back there.
Ball's bouncing. It went out of bounds. Okay.
Good.
So good read by Bryce to let that one go. Where's that go? The 40 in high school, Coach? Or 35?
I think 35.
I think you're right.
Or
a re-kick.
Decline, make him kick it again.
See if we can get a big play.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah. Because you got a good returner back there.
Ben Glasgow and Bryce Burke are back deep. Likely Newton will do some kind of directional, or although they just kicked it out of bounds doing that.
Yeah.
Some kind of a higher kick to give them time to cover it. Maybe a squib kick.
You know, the thing is, too, though, they try to kick it away from Bryce. Ben Glasgow's not back there because he's not any good. That's
right.
for sure.
No doubt. No doubt.
Ben's got some skills, so we'll see what happens.
All right, Newton will kick it from the 35 this time. Jackson Price. Yeah, they're going to do a little squib
just
here.
Punched it.
Underneath and takes a nice hop up to Ben. Nice return.
Yep.
Just got what he could get.
He did.
Good job there. So, pretty good field position for the Comets.
Yeah, just short of the 40.
Nick Milburn knocked Glasgow out of bounds there.
Oh, now the guy walked back. Now they're going to spot it on about the 36. So, yeah, it was a good return by Ben. And he was running in again on the short side of the field and had a whole lot of room to navigate.
1st and 10 for the Comets. Carson Reinhardt's going to get the carry up the middle. Got about 3. He's had a reliable 3-4 yards on first down quite a bit tonight.
Yes, yeah.
That time they'll give him 4. Sets you up pretty good as a play caller. 2nd and 6. Play action. They're going to throw the slant to Bryce. Good coverage. Got there right away to knock that one away. That was Dawson Mackey.
Yeah, he's made a couple good plays on those tonight.
One or two I thought maybe was early, but I think that one was pretty much perfect.
Yeah, I think that was a good play by him.
So 3rd and 6. Big play for the North Polk offense. Do not want to give it back to Newton. 3 and out after they just took the lead.
9:52 left in the game.
Armstrong's in the shotgun. Play clock's at 4. Takes the snap. Newton on a blitz. James is going to have to throw it away. Newton brought pressure there and disrupted that one.
Not a lot he could do on that.
Okay, well. 4th and 6. Their own 40. James is going to be back there to punt. Newton's not even putting the guy back.
I think they just called a timeout.
Oh, boy. I don't know. Yeah. They did.
Well, yeah, and I wonder if maybe they had a personnel issue, too.
Could be. I figured they're just going to completely take away any chance of a fake with your quarterback being your punter there. But
yeah.
Also, you're going to give up some field position by letting it hit, probably.
Well, the other thing, too, if you don't send anybody back there and they punt it, you're not risking, feeling it and fumbling it and turning it over. So
you do take some bad things out of the equation.
Yeah.
They're going to put Martin back there, Finn Martin.
I think maybe that was the issue. I don't know if he was not on the field. He's not been on the field defensively, so maybe he didn't get out there. So
4th and 6. Good snap. James's punt. Martin's going to call fair catch. Low liner punt at the 32. So Newton will get it back up 13-9. 9:41 to go in the fourth quarter.
32-yard line, 1st and 10 Newton.
I would expect Jerry Newton to really lean on that run game with Hanson and Coley right now.
Boy, you would think. You would think so.
Newton has not had a lot of luck passing the ball tonight. And there is a run on first down.
Looked like Charlie Spurgeon made the tackle there. Number
Quan
17.
Coley was the ball carrier. Got 5. A healthy 5-yard gain there on first down.
Yeah.
Newton's going to
So if you get
right on the ball here.
If you get 5 yards a pop, you're in pretty good shape.
Yeah,
right?
you're not going to get stopped much.
No.
All right, 3 to the short side of the field here. I'd watch some kind of sweep to the right here, wouldn't you, Jerry? Like that.
Yeah.
And they got a first down. Quan Coley, 10 yards on two carries on this drive. Comet's got to find a way to get a stop here.
Stop. Turnover.
We're under 9 minutes, 8:45 to go, fourth quarter.
Yep, and Newton is not in any rush.
Newton back on the ball here. Caden Klein gives it to Isaiah Hanson. Nice job by the North Polk linebacker there. Stood up for about a 2-yard gain. I think we had Brody Johnson there, Coach. No, Micah Sands, never mind.
Yeah. Michael, one of the defensive linemen there.
Yep. Still got 3, so it's 2nd 7. A few more effective runs. Newton's probably, you're going to be enticed to try a little play action kind of pass, but that kind of bit them in the first half.
Yeah.
Although our safeties may have to creep up more and help in the run game here. Nice job by the defense. No gain on that one. There was Brody Johnson in there. Third and 6. Big play, Jerry.
Yeah.
Clock at 7:07. 13-9 Newton. They have the ball. 2 men in motion. They're going to back up. That has happened to them a few times tonight.
Yeah, it has. Boy, and that helps us now. So now maybe you look at running the play action that you mentioned, Coach.
Yeah, you're not in 4-down territory if you're Newton, and although I think they're much, obviously like most teams, they're much less lethal on 3rd and 11 than 3rd and 6.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Especially when they haven't completed a lot of throws tonight of substantial yardage. The big plays they've had have come in the run game. 3rd and 11 at their own 42. Klein, shotgun. Throwing deep right side.
Out of bounds.
Got a man. Incomplete.
Yeah, he caught it
Finn
on.
Martin caught it, but he was out of bounds.
Yeah, he caught it over there on the white, which is the out of bounds. It was a nice throw, though. That was the only place that anybody was going to catch it.
Well, good stop by the defense. Never know what's going to happen in a high school punt.
No,
You got to get the snap, and
that's for
a
sure.
lot of things have to happen right for you. So,
Yeah.
punts away, low punt, nice hop up to Bryce. He's going to bounce it outside. Nice tackle.
Yeah, that's Lampy making another
Yep,
tackle.
nice tackle by Lampy there.
Lampy's only a sophomore. 6'1", 180.
Played that well.
He did.
All right, here we go. Big drive.
Now the thing is here, 6:32 left in the game, man. You don't have to be in a hurry to do anything. Just you're only down 4. Got to score here, but take your time. Get what you like.
Comets will start with a run. Not much there that time.
Nope.
Half a yard maybe.
Yeah, Newton had that stacked up on the inside.
I'd look for Newton to blitz more when they get us in a passing situation.
Yeah. Yeah.
They've disrupted a few throws lately doing that, haven't they?
Yes, they have.
I would expect it here. 2nd and 10 at their own 32. James is going to pull it. He's going to throw it deep. He's got a man. Bryce Burke with the catch.
He dropped
Oh, incomplete. I thought maybe he had it long enough.
it. Yeah, he came down with it.
Oh.
It looked like he had it, and then I think the ground conspired.
Nice play
Yeah.
action. Had him open. Just didn't complete the catch, I guess, huh?
Yeah.
Now here's where you're going to see a blitz. 3rd and 10 at the 32. Armstrong.
Here it comes.
There it was.
Yep.
And he's sacked.
He came off that edge on the wide side of the field.
That was Lampy again.
Yep.
2 nice plays. He made the great tackle on the punt and then the sack on 3rd down. Comets going to have to punt it. 5:27 to go. Plenty of time. They have 3 timeouts. Or 2 timeouts, excuse me. Newton has 2. Want to go ahead and just get it punted here quick, though. Again, that high school punt situation always makes you a little nervous.
Yeah.
Kick away. Nice punt. It turned him around.
Good.
Takes a North Polk bounce all the way down to the 15. Wow. Nice job by James there. Nothing to worry about there.
No. Nice punt. We got to roll and gave us some good field position here now. Now we got to get a stop. We got to get a 3 and out here.
Sunday mornings, I like to watch that college football final show, you know, and they show all the highlights from the games the day before. And they always say it's a college kicker situation, meaning somebody's going to miss one, you know. I always think it's a high school punter situation. But that was a great punt.
Yeah, it was.
By James. 1st and 10 at their own 15. Newton up 4. Comets need a stop. They're going to run it. Nice run on 1st down. Again, got about 6 yards. That was Isaiah Hansen. Newton's had a lot of success on 1st down runs tonight.
Yeah, they have. both teams have held on to the ball tonight too, as far as carrying it.
Yeah, not one fumble. If I'm remembering that right, I don't think so. They're gonna run it out wide here. It's gonna be a hold on Newton. That was Coley coming out wide.
Yeah, I think there might have been a kind of a mishandle, like on a jet sweep, but Newton recovered it. But
That's right. Yeah, it was never really in danger of not getting.
Uh-uh.
Yeah, you're right though. There was one. Again, a penalty on Newton. They've had some untimely ones.
Yeah, they have. So this is going to set them back.
Not that there's ever a good time, I suppose. But
No, that's a good point.
I guess if the game's close, there's never a good time. 2nd and 14 after the penalty. 4:09 to go. Yeah, if the Comets can get the stop right now on 2nd and 3rd here, they get good field position, be in good shape to score as the clock winds down. Klein's going to give it to Hansen. Pursued by Charlie Spurgeon.
Charlie, attaboy.
Nice play.
That's a big play.
Charlie ran him down.
He did. Charlie had a couple of plays like that last week against Lewis Central where he ran guys down from the backside, and that came at an opportune time.
Third and a bunch for Newton. They've got the lead. It is only a one-score lead, 13-9. 3rd and 17. They're going to let the clock wind down and call timeout, I think, Coach.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
And they did call it right before it expired, so they're going to talk it over. Now, obviously, we don't know what they're going to do here, but earlier in the game, they tried to set up a middle screen to one of their tailbacks, and it was open, but we got enough pressure to disrupt it. So something like that, I think, is possible here.
You wonder, too, assuming here we hold them on 3rd down, do you come after the punt?
I don't think so, because I don't want to risk a roughing penalty.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And their punter hasn't shown that he's averaging like 45 or 50 yards a punt.
And you're going to get good field position even if it's a punt you catch,
Yeah, your field position will be good. Yeah.
I think you just let them punt it.
Yep. I agree.
Well, we'll see what Newton came up with there. 3rd and 17. Comets showing blitz. They're going to throw a swing pass. He's not even looking. They've had a few swing passes that didn't look real committed.
No. Hansen kind of looked like he didn't know that was coming for him.
No, not a lot of execution on that one. Plus, it stopped the clock.
Yeah.
So that was about the worst thing they could have done. So, worked for North Polk here. Bryce Burke is going to be back to return.
Yeah, and he's on the Newton side of the field, so we should get good field position.
We also have a high school punter situation, Jerry.
That's true.
Okay, you got it. Shanked it.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, don't spot it up there. Okay, he's
walking it back.
Oh, that had to be out of bounds.
He only walked it back a couple yards.
I don't know. I'm not sure. I think that was maybe out at the 25.
Huh.
Well, hey, the 34 is good field position.
It is. And plenty of time. Oh, we have 2 timeouts left, correct?
Yeah, so, I mean, we can – you obviously you have to score, but if you can use, 2.5 minutes to do it, that's fine. Might have an advantage situation, though, here at the bottom of the field. We'll see what we do.
Yeah, we're playing man coverage down there, obviously. And
they're going to give it to Carson up the middle.
Oh,
Carson's got a big gain. He's down to the Newton 20.
That's a nice run.
Best run of the night for Carson.
As it was. He dipped inside and popped it outside. He showed some quicks there.
3 minutes to go. North Polk 1st and 10 at the Newton 20. Newton only has one timeout. Yeah, they're loading up against that run. Carson again. Got 5. Well done. 2:33 and counting. 13-9. Slugfest here.
Second and 5, Comets.
The good runs are also setting up a good play action pass potential.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
There's Carson. He bounces off a tackle. He's down maybe just shy of the first down. I think it's 3rd and 1.
Boy, he made a nice move there, too, because there was a Newton defender that had penetrated and looked like he had grabbed an ankle, and he shook that off and made a positive play out of it.
Minute 43 and counting. 3rd and 1, North Polk at the Newton 11. They trail 13-9. Number 3 against number 5 here. Carson again. He's going to barrel forward for a first down. Now at this point, Newton's probably kicking themselves for using some timeouts, right? Because you'd want to save some time on the back end. They're not going to really be able to do that.
Are we 1st and goal or?
It is 1st and goal. Just inside the 10. James is going to keep that one. He's going to bounce it up to the 5. Maybe the 6. Minute 4 to go. Clock running. 2nd and goal to go at the 6. Touchdown will put the Comets ahead. No hurry, don't need to be in a hurry.
Ooh.
High snap! And I think James ended up with it.
Yeah, he made something out of it. I think
And
he picked up a yard.
Comets are going to call timeout. So it's 3rd and goal at the 5. Comets had 2 left, now they'll have 1. Good timeout there.
Yeah.
So 3rd and goal at the 5. If North Polk runs it and doesn't get in, if I'm Newton, I would probably call timeout, right? So you'd have some time if they get in on the 4th down play.
Yeah.
But we might be compelled to call it ourselves.
True, yeah. So because we want to
might be a game of chicken to see who calls that time.
Yeah, because we've you want to make sure if you don't get in on this play that you got the right play called on your next play that's 4th and goal.
Now from Newton's perspective, I think you had a little success. I know it's at the 5-yard line, but they had some success blitzing.
Yeah.
I would imagine they'll try to bring some pressure here. Which some kind of crossing route right in the middle of the end zone could be open. There comes Burke. They're going to run the jet sweep to Bryce Burke. He's got the edge. That's a touchdown. North Polk takes the lead with 29 seconds left. It is 15-13. Great call.
Yeah. You know what? That was a great call, and it was, so often I have seen within the last, couple of years, teams try to run that jet sweep into the boundary, and I don't get it. I don't understand why, but we ran that to the field, and Bryce has got some speed, put it in.
Extra point here,
Ooh.
snap bounce. Nice
Yeah.
job by James to get the hold, and Liam Triplett hits the kick. It is 16-13. Comets, 29 seconds. Now Newton does have a timeout.
Yeah. Oops, excuse me.
They got a quarterback that he's got a pretty good arm,
Yeah.
but they haven't had a lot of luck throwing it tonight.
No, particularly in the second half. So we'll see what happens. Obviously, you have to keep your eye on, that wheel route with Coley. You got to identify where Martin, number 8, is, and Thomason, number 1, the little guy. He's got some speed. So then, of course, Hanson out of the backfield, maybe on a swing route or something too. So there's a lot of stuff that you have to defend here. You just got to make sure you keep everything in front of you.
First thing for North Polk is defend this kickoff.
Yeah, we don't need a repeat of Lewis Central here.
Here we go. Liam Triplett's going to put it in play. Comets are up 3, 29 seconds left. And timeout. All right.
I was going to say, you suppose we're setting up the onside here,
No,
Coach?
Scott, I don't think they should set up an onside kick. But thanks for your suggestion.
Yeah, they would never see it coming. Yeah, that's for sure. Although, you know what? As their last deployment up here, they had 8 guys up there within.
You might want to try and kick it over those 8.
Right, yeah.
Make it ball bounce around,
Yeah.
make them harder to get organized for a return.
Right, because here
I think they're anticipating some kind of squib,
Oh yeah.
and they'll try and catch it early, so they can get some yardage out of it. That's maybe why they're so close. But
So they actually have 9 guys up there within about 15 yards where they're.
Brady Cathcart, I believe, is kicking it, right?
Now Brady has kicked balls into the end zone before
Yep.
too, so
We'll see where we do here. He's going to squib it,
punched it. Yep.
and we were offsides. So we'll try it again. Or move, offsides on the kickoff. Newton got to have a look at what we were thinking there.
Yeah.
So that's a benefit for them. All right. Now from the 35. Little squib kick. Ball bounces. Nice job by the coverage team. 24 seconds. Now, Newton only needs a field goal, but their only attempt tonight,
It was from 45.
it was from 45, but it didn't get off the ground much.
Yeah, so the ball was spotted at the 28, so they've got
Yep.
to get, if they're confident with their guy kicking it from that far, they've got a ways to go.
And that was with the breeze, and this would be against it.
Yeah. So they need 38 yards to get to the 28.
Ball's at their own 34. Comets have a lot of guys back in deep zone coverage. Klein's going to throw it off to the sideline for Martin. He's going to catch it and get out of bounds. Got about 13.
Yep.
Smart play there.
Yep. But again, you'll give them that.
Well, if you give them 2 of those, then you are probably thinking about field goal.
Right.
But for sure, Newton wants to get close enough they can get a throw into the end zone as the clock expires.
Yeah, so I'd watch the receiver on the far side, on the short side, because they got 4 to the field here. We got to make sure we.
Klein steps up. He's going to throw. Caught at the sideline, and he got out of bounds. So 2 throws. Newton's at our North Polk 36.
Yeah, so that was Martin again.
Newton does have a timeout. There's 11 seconds. Interesting. They're going to call it now. Did they say he wasn't out on the catch? Maybe they didn't. Maybe he said he was in and
They might have.
he was down in and then rolled out. I
Yeah.
think that's probably so. They must have. They were going to wind the clock there, huh?
Yeah, they had to use it. So it's.
Yeah, if it was out of bounds, just run out of bounds, that would have not have made sense.
Yeah.
But I think they had to.
Yeah, so that's taking the field goal out of the equation here because now they're going to throw it in the end zone because with no timeouts left, if they run a play, they're too far away to kick a field goal here. They run a play and they get half of the distance to get their guys on the field and get it kicked.
Well, or a quick throw, and you got to spike it if you don't get out of bounds.
Yeah.
11 seconds, no timeouts for Newton. They're down 3. They're at North Polk's 36. Klein rolls right. Throws it. I don't think he got out of bounds. He did not. The clock's wound and the game's over. What a stop for the defense.
Wow.
The pass was completed, but the Comets did a great job of refusing to let him out of bounds. Did you see who it was over there, Jim?
I didn't catch it. No, there was too much congestion. I tell you what, that was a heck of a high school football game.
That was a really good game. You know?
We had talked about this earlier. They started out the second half. Both teams appeared to be they were kind of stagnant. But then they got things rolling and
that's a really good win, Jerry.
Yes,
good football
it is.
game,
Yeah.
2 good teams.
And it's, it could be that we see Newton again later this year. So,
Definitely could happen.
yeah.
The winning streak lives on. 15 in a row.
Plus, we're going to have to go back and take a look and see what the home field streak is because I remember Coach DeBrink telling the guys last year after they won that final game on the field here to go to the Dome that the outgoing seniors had not lost at home in their varsity career.
Wow.
So I'll have to go back and take a look and see what that number is.
Well, that's a good game. It's a good win for the Comets, 16-13. Next week, Comets are at home again for ADM. Still a non-district game. They're not in our district this year, but in other sports, a conference opponent. So
you didn't happen to see who or what that score was, did you? Because they were tied.
Well, I don't think anybody was updating the score.
Okay.
Because it said 0-0, but
I see.
what do we got here?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Ballardy, I'm not seeing it. So, don't see it. But anyway, Jerry, nice doing the game with you again.
Hey, good to be with you again, Coach.
We'll see you next week.
Sounds good.
All right, we're going to sign off. Comets win at 16-13.